Hey everyone, it's Friday and it's time for a PNN pop-up, so here we are. I'm indoors because, of course, the rain came back. But I think it's just a couple of showers, so the How to Be a Psychic should be happening from outdoors a little bit later. And tonight we have Psychic News Network. This is just a teaser to go over things that are going on in the news. Just about 10 minutes, and I want to look at the Federalist Society and Dumpy dumping on Leonard Leo, the billionaire that's been pulling all the strings and helping to install their attempt at Christian nationalism. There's a whole bunch of them. Clarence Thomas is in that bucket, along with Harlan Crow. Alito. Yeah, that's what we're dealing with, is some really criminal people. What we're also dealing with and seeing is that they're starting to turn on one another. So I'm going to actually ask the cards about that. Initially, I'm going to ask how Leonard Leo is feeling, what he has on his mind about Dumpy. Because he's been funding a whole lot of Project 2025 stuff. You know, Project 2025, it's the manual, it's their playbook to install fascism. There's no other way to put it. It is what it is. So I'm going to pull 3 cards from the Psychic Tarot about what's happening with Leonard Leo in light of Dumpy doing what saying what he's saying. He keeps biting the hand that feeds him. Dumpy does. Might be a sign of dementia. Okay. How is Leonard Leo faring after that? Leonard Leo, it looks like, is waiting. He's just waiting for this to all come to a head. I'm getting the sense about Leonard Leo that he's just waiting to push Dumpy out. And his plan is to do it, and he's doing all this indirectly. That's why most of us don't know who he is or what he looks like. But you can look it up. So in light of Dumpy insulting him, he's just waiting. We'll see about that. He's waiting for the right time. Leonard Leo is looking at what he stands to gain. I just keep getting the sense of him nudging Dumpy out. So there's a plan to nudge him out. And I don't want to hear anybody talking about J.D. Vance being president, all right? I reserve the right to tell you we're not going there. Something's going to happen to this entire criminal administration. So stop thinking it's not, because we're on the timeline for something to happen to hold them accountable, all of them. But people keep believing in the negative. So stop it. I've been kind of brushing up on my metaphysical scientific studies a little bit. And I know, in my psychic knowing, that all of us believing that it's just over for democracy is delaying this fascist regime from being overthrown. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right. Let's take a look at how Dumpy is doing. Should we use the deck of character? Yeah, I think we should use the deck of character. How is Dumpy doing at the present time? Remember, tonight, PNN, 7 p.m. Eastern, every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Last night, on Thursday, we had our guided meditation for a healed America. There was a little bit of a technological glitch, but we got through it. So check that out from last night. How is Dumpy doing? How is he doing? Can you believe it's the last weekend in May? Sheesh. He's hoping, there's a love goddess card here. He's hoping that he can find the key to leap over this. He's looking for the key to leap over all the legal conundrums that he's in. And the love goddess, I won't show you too much. But the love goddess is he's counting on, like Carolyn Leavitt, who I do want to read on her too. How Dumpy is doing is he's looking for the key to leap over being held accountable. And that key to him is to just throw out the United States Constitution. That's where his mind is at. He just keeps trying to leap over and appeal, get the Supreme Court to intervene on the whole thing that says it's illegal for him to declare tariffs on the world. He's trying to leap over it. The key that he has in his mind is that, to ditch the Constitution and to just get away with not adhering to it. And the love goddess reminds me of Carolyn Leavitt. So we'll read on her next. We'll pull these cards. How is the Lion Leavitt doing? That's the best way to refer to her. The Lion Leavitt. I don't know how she lives with herself. I don't. So, I'm reading on Carolyn Leavitt. She's going to be shown the door. She's going to be picked up with a spatula and shown the door. The wizard indicates that enough people are involved. Now, I have to kind of take back what I said because I feel like enough people are thinking about how much they want her to go, and she kind of goes like she's trying to be like a wizard doing magic as the press secretary, but she's being shown the door. The spatula is like lifting her right up and getting her out the door. The wizard indicates that there's some magical thinking going on. I don't want to call it magical thinking. I think I'll change that. There's some intentional thinking going on with the American people that just want to show her the door, and it looks like it's going to work. Visualize her out of that position. And I don't want to hear everybody saying, but then they'll put somebody who's worse in that position. Do you catch my drift? Do you see what I mean? It's almost like I can hear the thoughts that are going to come after I say something like, yeah, it's going to happen. They're going to have it coming to them. And then the next thought in our heads is like, oh, yeah, he gets away with everything. You know? So stop it. Just know that our thoughts are powerful. Even, like, whether you believe it or not, they are. It's just the way it is. All right, I'm going to pull 3 cards about the tariffs. What's going to happen with those tariffs? Because it's been declared illegal according to the law. He can't just do without even going through Congress because he doesn't believe in the different branches of government. So, and I think we have until like June 9th or something before they should just throw the whole stupid thing out. I don't know why they're waiting. Why are they playing fair with this person? 35 times convicted felon who led an insurrection. I know. That's why we get together, so we don't lose our minds. We lose our minds together. Tariffs. There are a couple of female judges here that are going to hem him in. I'm also feeling that this is the president of Mexico. I don't have her name. I'll write it down. The Five of Swords, it looks like it's going to be really difficult for Dumpy. He's not going to gain anything through this tariff battle. The Queen of Wands indicates there's a judge here. I know the 3 judges that came with this decision, I think they were all male, but I'm feeling a female judge here. Queen of Wands and Queen of Pentacles. So that's some major, I keep on picking up on the Divine Feminine is rising. Don't think she isn't. The tariffs feel like, I stick with what I said weeks ago. It's not gonna, I mean, we will have some damage from all those container ships not coming to port. We will be seeing, we will be feeling the repercussions of that. But as far as him succeeding, tariffs, a beautiful word. Tariffs, a beautiful word. Groceries. He's such a dork. Let me pull 3 cards about the American people. Will the majority of the American people finally wake the hell up? That's my question. What are we going to see? Are we going to see a great awakening? When it gets difficult enough. This reminds me, there are wildfires in Canada right now that are raging out of control. So please pray that they're stopped. So I'm asking about the American people. Have they caught up to the scam yet by now? When it's an inferno, when this is like, you know, from the, what do they say? From the frying pan into the fire kind of a feeling. Then then as a collective America, when it gets very, very intolerable, then this feels like the Democrats in Congress having the support that they need to continue fighting with us. So it's going to be the summer of protests. More later, so I'll see you tonight. And if you're a member, I just want to say about being a member, I know that some people are reporting that they can't see the join button. I'm going to look into why that is. I have enough problems with YouTube as it is, but that's another one. I'm going to look into why that is. And when you join, you can be participating. You can be viewing the videos that I'm making that are like presentations and teaching videos. So I'll look into that. But people that are members, tomorrow night we're having a psychic party. So that will be a video set to members only tomorrow night live. All right. Namaste. I'll see you tonight. Have a good rest of the day. Bye. Thumbs up.